Welcome back to the
The
Dickinson
Dickinson
Adventures. Today we will be talking about if we should stay in America or go to Africa. Now this may seem a little foreign, but today we'll be sharing our pros and cons list of both areas and why we're even thinking about something that's such a big leap for us.
Yes, very big leap. It's a different change for us and you guys. So hopefully you like our topics and the things we're talking about.
I was born and raised right here in America, and I've never been outside of the country.
Me, I'm born and raised right here in America, and I've been outside the country once or twice. Jamaica is where my stepfather was from, so I visited a few times, and it was a wonderful place to visit.
Right now, we're living in Florida. As we said before in other videos, we're in Jacksonville. We like it here. There's not too many issues here. We also go to a city out by Lake City. Don't want to give our exact location. It's a really small city. It's quiet, and it's a community-based city, so we really like it.
Yeah, and it gives us the difference between the two, the city and the country life, and it kind of lets us get a breakdown between the two.
So recently, this year though, when we have been trying to do business and things like that, we have been hitting a lot of barriers, especially with everything that's going on with COVID and everything in the news.
Yeah, life has been crazy. Things have been changing all around, even with me at work.
So here's our list. One of the main pros in America is family. All of our family, of course, is here because we were born and raised here. Most of our family depends on us to do everything.
Yeah, my family is more in Florida, down south, Fort Lauderdale area, and
And my family is down here in Florida, but I have some family in New Jersey too. Another benefit that we saw were the roads and the accessibility, transportation to get everywhere.
yeah, as you could tell, like 95 goes through almost everything. So
Yeah, so this is good for if we ever want to do business and things like that. Because like we said before, we're entrepreneurs, so we're always looking for ways to expand our business. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the cons. The first one is racism and police brutality. We have experienced this a lot lately, so it's not just something that we're seeing on the news and we're just scared because of a news story. This is like real life for us, and we've had a incident recently that had me really scared, and I almost thought that I could have lost Robbie, so it kind of really woke us up. The next con is our reporting systems in America and like the justice system and things like that, how it's kind of flawed when it comes to black people or people of color, whatever you want to call it.
yeah, it's just not really made for us, especially with court fees and fines, and even going on probation. It's all just a scam for money in my eyes. So, yeah, that's another thing about that.
The next thing is you can see in front of you is the racial wealth gap. It is huge for blacks and whites, and our president was heard in a interview recently speaking about this, and he thinks that we're just doing great and this is the best that we've ever done. So that's a big problem for us. The next thing is that the United States is not number one in the world anymore. It is sliding quickly. So we're really not trying to be a part of that, especially in a system that doesn't really appreciate our input into society. The next con for us is credit system. Because no matter how hard you work, how much you do, and how much you pay your bills, like it seems like it never helps the situation. Also, they ask you your race on your credit applications. So it really stops a lot of things. It stops you from getting a lot of things in business and for your family. The next thing is lockdowns. Of course, with all of this corona stuff, wearing the mask. Some people have been getting tased, arrested, all different types of things having to do with these lockdowns. And it's taken away the main thing that America said it stood for, which is freedom. The next kind is the food. The food can be so poisonous to us. Most of the food is fried and filled with grease.
Oh my God, it looks so good.
It causes so many different types of problems and mainly obesity.
Yes.
The next kind is Uncle Sam will always come to take whatever he wants from you whenever he gets ready. That comes with everything: money, your house, your car.
Yeah, you never really own anything in America, even land that you pay for and you per se own, they can get it back with property taxes.
The next thing is America is a really individual society. We believe in doing everything on our own, and we got to make it on our own. We always try to take down the next person that's next to us so that they don't get to the finish line before we do, and that really damages us as a society. The next thing is everything is so expensive. Housing, car. You have to have two people working full-time jobs in a household just to survive and live comfortably.
And it looked like she's eating that money, and I'm kind of mad because I want some of that money.
So this has caused us to look at Africa. A lot of people have been talking about Africa. Of course, they call us African Americans, which we'll make a video on that later, on if we really are African Americans, but we'll save that for another day.
Yes.
We've been looking at the pros, and one of the main things is we are not the minority over there. We are the majority. We will blend right in.
You can't even see me. I'm right in there, and y'all don't even know
it. We won't be singled out just because of the color of our skin.
Right.
And in the media, they will have you thinking that everybody lives in little huts like this, and nobody has anything.
I'm not staying there, y'all.
The truth of the matter is there are some really beautiful places in Africa.
I might stay there, y'all.
This is actually a mansion in Africa.
Yes.
Another one of the pros is the food. Oh my God, the food looks so good. The food is a little bit cleaner over there. They have less processed food. You do have to be careful with some situations, but for the most part, it's healthier eating habits over there.
Yeah.
The next thing is there are very diverse cultures over there. So many different tribes and so much history, so much culture, so many different opportunities to just learn. I love learning about different people and different things. The next pro for us is it's not really a tech-driven nation. Like, they are definitely rising when it comes to technology right now and booming in all different areas, but they're not just ran by technology. The next thing is the economy is rising. In a lot of the different Eastern African and Western African countries, they are earning more money and they're making big moves on the world playing field. The next thing is community living. Most of the tribes and cultures over there believe in working together, coming together as one, caring about everyone, treating each other as family, calling each other family even when they aren't. So we really like that concept. The next thing is it'll give us an international business opportunity to just expand to a whole nother level with all three of our businesses. So that's exciting. So now on to some of the cons. One of the cons is
Bribes.
Yeah, bribery, less regulation.
I won't let Tay get her hands dirty in that. I'll handle those for her.
Yeah, you can actually pay the cops or pay off people whenever you want something to be handled.
Yeah, and that's just a little different from what we're dealing with here already.
The next thing is they don't really have credit as much as over there. You have to pay cash for everything. So that's kind of a con. Another con is there is a lot of trash and they really don't have a way to dispose of all of this trash. But that can also be an opportunity.
Yeah.
Another con for us would be blackouts. We're not really used to this over in America.
Rolling.
Yeah, and it happens frequently. The next thing is the water. We've heard that even with boiling the water is still salty and it's very dangerous to drink. So they all have to drink bottled water. Mm-hmm. And another con for us is you don't really know the people or the language over there when you first go.
And that's not necessarily a con, being not knowing people, because being away from people at one time in our life brought us stronger and closer together in our relationship.
So we're thinking that it's a try. So we looked at 3 different countries. The first country we looked at was Ghana. Ghana is really popular with African Americans. It's in the western part of Africa, as you can see right here. They have a very unique culture. It's very modernized now.
Who is that? You know that? All right, now.
There are a lot of different people there who have come from America and resettled there. And a lot of people started to come after the year of return, where the leadership reached out to all of the diasporans and asked everyone to return home.
Well, what are diasporans?
Diasporans are all the black people of the world.
Okay.
That's what they call us, diasporans.
Yes.
So the next country that we looked at was Gambia. Gambia is also in the western part of Africa.
Yes, I
met someone from Gambia here in the States, and she was an amazing person. So I was really interested in the country. It's a small country, and it does not have a high cost of living.
That's good. I'm ready to go.
Yes, and it's also known as the Smiling Coast. So that was really interesting to me too. So they're very happy people.
Big smiles.
Yes, they have a very rich culture. So I started to look up this area and I found a YouTuber who was over there. I noticed that she was pointing out that there are some very, I don't know how to say this without saying it. There are some very bad problems over there. She brought attention to these problems. And the people over there did not like it at all. And they even tried to start a petition to make her leave. So that was a little concerning. The next country that we were looking at is Tanzania. Yes, Tanzania is in the eastern part of Africa.
Beautiful flag.
Yes. Over there, they have a low cost of living as well.
Woo-hoo.
So that made it very interesting. I also learned a little bit of Swahili when I was younger in the choirs. So it made me interested in this area.
Yeah, that brother Smooth there, he looked like a Hurricanes fan. I don't know.
Yeah, when I started to look up Tanzania, I also realized that there were already YouTubers there. Tanzania was also one of the first countries to open its borders during the COVID lockdowns. So a lot of people who wanted to come to Africa had to go to Tanzania first. And that's all because of their president, Magufuli. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, guys, please let me know in the comments.
That's a smooth looking brother there.
Yes, I looked him up, and this man is phenomenal. I saw him outside in the community picking up trash with the locals, and that was just amazing. With everything that we laid out, we realized that we really only have 2 pros in America. And we have a whole lot of pros with traveling to Africa. So we have decided to take that leap And we're hoping to take you guys with us and let you all see everything along the way, because a lot of people have decided to take this journey.
And it's really exciting. Like I said, it was a lot to think about. We scratched our heads day and night, wondering how we were gonna handle our affairs here with going there, and if it would be worth it. And we think it is. So
Make sure that you stay tuned, and make sure you don't forget to visit our Teespring store so that you can have the Dickinson Adventures merchandise.
I like that. That looks cool there.
It's really nice. And we have masks too. So don't forget to visit our Teespring store.
Yes.
Don't forget also to like and subscribe to
The Dickinson Adventures.